So one quick thing that I want to cover in 2.3 is talking about simple interest. And this is just one way of calculating the interest that we receive from having a savings account at a bank. So different banks and different types of accounts um, will award different types of interest, and this is just one form of interest. And the simple interest formula is this. It's just I equals PRT. It's hopefully nothing where that's new, right? You might have seen this before in, say, like Algebra 1. But just to review, and bear with me because I don't have my Apple Pencil and I'm using a normal stylus, so this might not come out as clear as I want it to be. But I is just the interest earned. This is what I mean, things keep disappearing. Interest earned from depositing some principal, we call it, which is P, and this is just our starting amount, or the amount that I deposit, principal, which we'll just kind of call the amount that we deposit, that's a W, at some, and it earns some interest rate, so this would be my rate. And remember, with that rate, we need to convert our percentage to a decimal. So if I tell you that rate is 2%, we would actually enter in 0.02. And the last bit is time, and that is expressed in years. And the easiest way for me to catch my students and trick my students, maybe not trick, but just see if you're paying attention, is that means if I tell you that something is sitting there for 6 months, then I don't want to see 6. That's half a year. So I would put 1/2 or put 0.5. So let's just look at a couple quick examples, because I know this is something we've probably seen already. So suppose I deposit $250 into an account that earns 4.5% interest. And I want to know how much interest I earn after 5 years. And we'll look at the second part of this question in a second. But I'm going to start just with I equals PRT. And what do I know? I know my starting amount is, my principal is $250. So 250. And my interest rate is 4.5%. Well, I need to convert that to a decimal, and to do that, I'm just going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. So I get 0.45 after 5 years, so t is 5. And I'm just going to throw this all into my calculator. The beauty of this section is a lot of what we can do can just be done with like a 4-function calculator, such as the one that you have on your phone. And I got $56.25 interest. So this is the interest that I've earned on the account, but it doesn't tell me what my account balance is, right? The other thing I want to know in this question is what the balance of my account is, assuming I've pulled nothing out, right? I've made no deposits. So to do that, I just want to, if I call it my account balance A, perhaps, well then I'm going to take, if I've put nothing, taken nothing out and I've not put anything additional in, then all that's left is the principal plus the interest I've been awarded, right? So I have $250 interest, and I've also earned $56.25. So my account balance after the 5 years would be 306, not 305, 306.25. And that would be my account balance, dollars, of course. One other problem we can look at, just to show that we can solve for other variables. I deposit $1,000 into an account, and that account earns 3.25% interest. So I've deposited $1,000, it earns 3.25% interest. And I want to know how long it will take for my account balance to double. Well, we're still dealing with simple interest here, so let's start with that simple interest formula. And I know I'm depositing $1,000, and I'm earning 3.25% interest. Whoops. So I'm going to move my decimal 2 places to the left. And I don't know time. I'm solving for time, right? I want to know how long. How long it takes my account balance to double. Well, if my account balance doubles, then I now have $2,000 in my account, which means I've earned an additional $1,000, right? In order for my principal to double, I've earned an extra $1,000 because it makes my balance $2,000. So let's do some division here. Let's combine, or multiplication here. Let's take care of that right-hand side. So I'm just going to multiply by 0.325, and I get 1,000 equals 32.5 t. So I'm just going to divide, and I get 30 point, we'll call it 30.8 years. And you might be saying to yourself, wow, that's a lot of time. And it is, and that's why, and believe it or not, a lot of interest rates on savings accounts are not nearly this high. So it would even take a lot longer. So we're going to talk about some ways that you can earn interest and earn money on your existing money more efficiently than sitting around waiting for 30 years for you to finally double your balance with a traditional savings account. But for now, this is just one form of interest that banks can use to calculate interest.